Hey everybody, welcome back to the Kingdom Creatives podcast. I'm your host Flavia and I hope you've been having a great week so far. It's back to school, and so for all of the teachers out there, we have lesson plans to do, unit plans to write, fixing up classrooms, meeting new students, orientation, all that wonderful stuff. And of course, if you are returning to school as a student or you're starting a new school, you have new memories to make, new possibilities. And so I just want to wish you all the best for the new school year. With that being said, there's some things that I wanted to just speak to you about, some things I wanted to share with you to bring into this new school year so that you take care of yourself in the process, because it can get a bit hectic. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
You make a way that have the final say.
Now it's easy to get flustered and it's easy to get distracted by all the things that you have to do, that you neglect yourself. There's so many things that you have to take care of. For those of you who are teachers, you have your lesson plans, unit plans, all of these things that you have to do. For students, you have assignments, you have projects, you have group work, all of those things. And so sometimes you forget to take care of you in the process. Now, as Christians, we are encouraged to be temperate in all things, and that includes self-care. You want to do all of these amazing things and you want to be productive, and that's good. But if you're doing all of these wonderful things but at the same time you're not taking care of you, then we're not truly being temperate, are we? And so it's good to be good stewards of the things that God has blessed us with, but at the same time, we are supposed to be taking care of this temple. It says that our body is a temple of God, holy and acceptable. We're supposed to be presenting our body as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable. And we can't do that if we're neglecting ourselves. So let's talk about it. Now, I want to just encourage you. Please do not wait until you're empty. Don't wait until you're burnt out. Don't wait until you're extremely tired to look after you. This is something that you have to work into your routine some way, somehow, so that you maintain a good mental health, physically you're well, all of these things, so that you can function. Don't wait until you've depleted all your energy to decide that you're going to take care of you. And so some things that I suggest that you start to incorporate, if you haven't already done so, is firstly, have daily devotion. Spend some time with God. Talk to Him, talk about the things that you want to accomplish. Tell Him thanks for the things that He's done so far. Just spend time with Him. Delve into the Word, have some good quality Bible study. That's something I'm working on. Just spend time with God. It really does make a difference, and especially if you do that to start off the day, I tell you, it sets the tone for how everything else will progress. And it doesn't mean that your day is gonna be sunshine and rainbows. It doesn't mean that it's gonna be awesome. But what it does mean is that once you spend time with God and you recalibrated and put yourself in a good frame of mind, when these things occur, you don't get easily flustered because God has your back. The next thing that I want you to consider to do is set weekly intentions, and dare I say, attainable weekly intentions. I feel like a lot of us set really high expectations, and then when we don't meet those, we get discouraged and fall into complacency, fall into procrastination, because how are you gonna achieve it? But please make sure that you set intentions or expectations that can be met, so that you can check them off as you go along. As you meet those weekly goals, you just place a tick beside it so that you have a visual representation of the things that you've been able to cover. Number 3 is to create a declutter routine. What does that look like for you? Some people, maybe they, at the end of the day, sit down and respond to all of their emails, they go through their text messages, clear their social media notifications. What does decluttering look like to you? So I would suggest figure out a time that works best. It can be a lunchtime, but don't sacrifice lunch. Let me just say that. And I'm guilty of this sometimes because I just want to get everything done at once. I'm a busybody. But don't sacrifice lunch. If you're gonna do it in your lunchtime, make sure that you eat first, and then the minutes that you have left before you start working again, you can just take a 5 minutes, clear off your notification, answer some emails, answer some text messages, and then get back to work. But declutter, you can do it at the end of the day as well, so that you don't have anything else that you need to think about, because I feel like when you go home you're still thinking about work, right? So maybe at the end of the day it would be best for you. Think about what that looks like. Number 4 is include regular check-ins. And I was reading a blog where it says have a yay list. So along with the weekly intentions that you would set, have check-ins that would just let you know what you've been able to accomplish and celebrate those little wins. So if it is that you were able to complete all your lesson plans on time, yay you. If it is that you were able to answer all your text messages, then yay you. If it is that you were able to post one reel for the week and that was your goal, yay you. Whatever that is, whatever it is that you have on your list that you were able to accomplish, celebrate those small wins. You don't have to wait until there's something magnificent like a master's degree. Just take time to celebrate those small things. Look for the positive in life. It makes a difference. The other point that I have here is to invest in self-care. Now, some of you, maybe this looks like buying some clothes, changing out clothes that are in your wardrobe. For some of you, maybe it looks like going to the gym. For some of you, maybe it's treating yourself to some nice food. Whatever that looks like for you, just invest in self-care. It can be that you invest in personal development as well. Maybe you started a new course, you're learning something new. As long as you're not overdoing it though, make sure that whatever you take on, it's not going to make you very tired, that again you get burnt out or just overburdened with everything else that you're doing. So this self-care should make you feel better about yourself. So if a course is gonna do that, sure. If you're gonna treat yourself to something nice, sure. If you want to bring yourself to a spa and get a pedicure, massage, or whatever it is, just invest in some self-care. Another point, or the final point I should say, is to celebrate silence, unwind. I feel like in this era that we're in, we're hooked to our devices, and not just the devices. There's so many things that we have to complete on a day-to-day that we're not used to just existing, just being in the moment. And so I challenge you, find some time in the day. If you want to do it at the end of the day, you can. But find some time to just put everything aside and just breathe, to just relax and celebrate the silence that's around, the unwind. For those of you who are able to draw a bubble bath, go ahead and do that. Just unwind. Do not let all the things that you have to do put you in a place where you end up neglecting yourself. because at the end of the day, you can't pour into others if you're empty. So don't wait until your oil has run out. Keep replenishing, keep working on you, keep taking care of yourself and nurturing yourself while you get all of these wonderful things done. Alright, that's it from me. I really do hope this benefited you in some way, and all the best for this new school year. You're gonna be awesome. With God, all things are possible. This was the Kingdom Creators Podcast. Thank you for tuning in. I'm your host, Flavia Beswick, and make sure you tune in next week. God bless.
You make a way. That have the final say.